So what's going on YouTube? My name is Ayush and you are watching the Indian Dev. So guys, as you can see from the title or the thumbnail of this video, that in this video we are going to deploy our Node.js application on Heroku, that is for free. So this video is going to be very excited because like while we are doing the development, or we are in the development phase, or maybe we are learning something on the Node.js part, then it is always the concern that where should be host our Node.js application, and like at the time of development we cannot afford a lot of hosting of the servers. So Heroku is providing like the free hosting for, or we can say in the initial level is very easy to deploy and free. So yes, we can always go with Heroku while deploying the applications. Lastly, I have created this video on host your website for free on GitHub, and like as I posted this with my Instagram, and then I received the request to like please do a video on how to deploy on Heroku. So in this video we are going to cover this, and this video is going to be very amazing, so please watch till end. And if you guys are new to my channel, then please make sure to subscribe to the Indian Dev. And if you guys are on Instagram, then please make sure to follow me on Instagram, because I am constantly sharing the tech related, or we can say the web development related content on Instagram on a daily basis. So yes, you guys can follow me over there. Now we can jump on to the topic that like Heroku, like what is Heroku, and like how we can deploy the application or the Node.js application particularly onto Heroku. So till then it's loading, we can go to the Heroku Dev Center. So this is the official website of the Heroku, and here you can see that which kind of applications we can deploy on Heroku. So here Node.js is on the first, and Ruby, Python based, Java based, PHP based, Go based, Scala based. So all these language specific project we can deploy over Heroku. So as far as we are concerned, we will be going with this Node.js application, and for that, like the prerequisite is that you should have a Node.js application, or maybe the dummy Node.js application. If you're not having any of the dummy Node.js application, then what you can do is you can simply download this particular code that you are seeing in my screen from my GitHub repository. I will paste the link of this particular application in the description box, so you can find this dummy, or we can say the demo application, on my GitHub. So like nothing complex in this particular Node.js application. We are just starting the server, that is the Express based server, and we are providing some routes, and in the routes file I'm just having a single route that is simple slash, and that is simply returning the text, the Indian Dev. So let me first check this application if that's working or not. I just need to go to the terminal, and I'll be writing the command, that is I just need to run this file node.server.js. so I'll be writing here in the terminal node server.js. so once I hit the enter, then you will see that after listening on the port that I've defined here 3000, it will go to the routes, like routes has been attached to the application, and after that there is a console that is server is running at port number, whatever the port is defined. So here we can see that server is running at 3000. Let's check this, if that's running or not. So here is the server. If I refresh this, yeah, so you can see the text here, the Indian Dev. So we are good with our Node.js application. I can minimize this, and now we can jump onto the Heroku. So here you can see that we are in the language support Node.js. Get started with Node.js. So yes, this is the section of getting started on Heroku with Node.js. So here I can click on the I am ready to start, but before that it is saying that you must have an account on Heroku. For that you can simply click on this sign up button, and from the sign up form you just need to fill some of the information of yours, then you can create a free account. Once you are done with the sign up process, then you can proceed. After that, here are the options, or here are the way to set up Heroku on your local system. For that you just need to install the Heroku CLI. So whatever the OS you are using, you can go with that. Like I'm using Mac OS, so I'll simply download the installer. If you are using the Windows, you can go with the Windows download, and the downloading is pretty easy in all the OS. So you just need to go through that some next kind of steps, and you can like simply install the Heroku CLI in your system. And if you just wanted to make sure, if you wanted to just check if that Heroku is installed in your system or not, then you just need to go to the terminal. If I can zoom in, so you can see here that I just need to write Heroku and -v, and if this command is like printing some of the version, then you can be sure that the Heroku is installed in your system perfectly. So if you are seeing this, then you are done with this step of installing the Heroku CLI. Now the next thing is you just need to log in Heroku from the terminal, so that you can create any application on Heroku. And yes, so let's see like how we can log into the system. So just we need to run this Heroku login, and after this, like if I run this Heroku login, after this you just need to like press any of the key, and once you click any of the key, then you will definitely see a window that will open, and here you just need to provide your credentials. If you like log in here, then it will automatically redirect here that you have successfully logged in. So I'll go with the login steps. I'll fill in my user credentials, and I will click on the login button. Once I click on the login button, then it will here it is saying that you can close this page, so I will close this page. And if I go here, then you will see that I have successfully logged in. Now what I need to do is I'm clearing this just to like hide my email account. So once you are done with this step, you can simply go to, I have like installed the Heroku CLI. Now like it is showing that prepare the app, so we need not to follow this step as we are already having a dummy, or we can say the demo Node.js application, which is like working perfectly fine. And so I can skip this step, and I'll go to the deploy the app. So here like this is the command for Heroku create. So here we are creating the Heroku application. So I'll simply go to the terminal again, and I'll write, I can minimize this and a little more zoomed in. I can write Heroku create, or maybe you can provide the application name. So I am like just providing Indian dev, and it will create an application on Heroku. So now as we can see that our application at Heroku has been created, and it has provided me the URL of the Heroku and like Heroku application, and that is going to be our node application. And there is another URL, that is the git URL. So what Heroku is doing is like Heroku is providing another kind of repository where we can like store our applications code, because we are not going to GitHub till now. So it is providing the default git repository that is hosted over Heroku itself. So just to verify that if our application is created or not, I can simply go to my Heroku account, and at that Heroku account in the dashboard, if I refresh my dashboard, then the application that we just created should be visible here. So we will simply refresh the application or refresh the Heroku application, and we will see that if the application is available there or not. The name should be the Indian dev. So let's see if that's available here or not. So yes, like this, and the Indian dev is available here. This is an old application that I created a long back ago. So the Indian dev is here, so we are sure that it is created. And this URL, let's go to this URL. So this is the URL, and if I refresh this, then you will see that it is showing the dummy page from the Heroku. So let's forget about this. This is just to make sure that your Heroku app, that is the dummy app, is running perfectly fine. Now you can simply go to this, the Indian dev, and here you can simply look for the options, that is deploy. And in the deploy section, as we are following the Heroku git CLI, then in that section we have done this step, Heroku login, where inside our project we just need to initialize the project with the git repository. So here initialize the empty git repository. So now this is like this particular folder or this particular project is a git repository. Now we just need to add our local git repository or local repository, or we can say the local code to this Heroku git remote with this the Indian dev. So this command, that is Heroku git remote add to the Indian dev, is just connecting our application with this git URL. So we can simply like call this, or we can say execute this command, and this is like connected to the remote repo, that is again the git repo of Heroku. Now what we just need to do is we just need to follow these command, that is adding our files into the git, and again it is committing the files, and then finally it is pushing over to the Heroku. So just need to follow these steps. Git add, it will definitely add all the files to that. If I can, yeah, it is adding the files. So one thing I can do, that is like I can create a git ignore file that will like ignore this like the node modules. So as node modules are the heaviest, so what I'll do is I'll simply create a file named as .gitignore, and in this file I'm gonna write the folder, that is node underscore modules. So I'll simply add, now if I can add git add dot gitignore, okay, so I just created the gitignore inside the routes. I can move it to the parent directory. Now if I can simply like write node underscore modules, now just see that if it's working. That is added. I can commit it, git commit -m the message, git ignore added. So that is added. Now let's see. Yeah, so it is added to the git, and now it has like gray out the node modules. Now you can add all the files by using the same command, that is git add dot. So what it will do is it will simply add all the commands or all the files, that is git add dot. It will add all the files in the git, and now I just need to commit. So I can use the same message, that is make it better. I can call it, and it has committed all of my files. Now what I need to do is I can like push it to the Heroku, but before that I just wanted to make sure that I am having a script in the package.json file. So if I can like minimize this terminal and a little bit zoomed out, then we just need to make sure that we are having a script. Like if you go to a package.json file, you will definitely find this object of a script, or we can see the key value pair. I just need to provide the start script here. So for that, like a start script, I just need to write the steps that we are following to run this application. So I was following node./server.js. So this way we were executing the files. I can remove this as well because server.js is available at the root directory. So if I like, just to make sure, I can check this script and npm start. It should start our application because we are calling the node server.js. It should start our application at port number 3000. So it is working fine. Now what I can do is I can again commit the changes. So it has committed my this change, and now we just need to push our code to the Heroku. So if I will simply write git push Heroku master, then you will see like I want done this. So let me expand the terminal. Now if I click on git push Heroku master, then you will see that if it will like follow some of the steps, it will push our code, then it is making the build of our application. And once it's done, like you can see all the logs here, and as well as like other than the terminal, if you can just go to maybe overview, then you will see some kind of logs. So you can see that the user has like triggered the build in progress, so this is under progress, build is done, and the code is deployed, that we can also see here. And if indiandev.herokuapp.com, and if I just refresh this, then it should show our like the code, the Indian dev. So yes, you can see here. So boom guys, we have like achieved the goal that we started in this video. We just wanted to make sure, or we just wanted to deploy our Node.js application over Heroku for free. So in this video we have achieved that. Now the other thing that we can do with Heroku is like we can automate our builds using the GitHub option. So if I can go to deploy section, in the deploy section, the deployment method, first one that we were using with the Heroku CLI, the next thing is connect to GitHub. So once I connect this with my GitHub account, like that is my GitHub account Ayush KUL, for that what I can do is I can simply, like if I clear this, I'll simply go to my GitHub account and I'll simply go to my GitHub account and I'll create a new repository for this code. And for that what I can do is I can simply remove the existing git data. So I am removing this existing git data from the project, and here I just need to create a new repository. For that I'll be going with this option, this is new repository. And if you are admiring my profile, then you can also like create such profile. For that you just need to follow this video on my YouTube channel that is about like creating some like awesome GitHub profile. So you can follow this for creating such kind of like GitHub profile, and that is again a mandatory thing for a developer. So without wasting time, I can go to the new repository option, and here I can create a new repository, that is Heroku deploy demo. I just need to provide Heroku deploy demo, and that is available. I can make it public and I will create a repository. Once it's done, what we can do is we can simply connect our like local code to this remote repository that we just created, that is Heroku deploy demo. For that again the steps are pretty clear. We just need to initialize a git repository, that I just did it. And instead of adding only readme, what I can do is I can write git add dot. This way we are like adding all the files from the project, and git commit my first commit, that is committed all the files, and I can like follow all the steps, that is now connecting like switching to the branch. Now I can remotely add to my like this repository that I created on my GitHub account. Now finally I can push my code to GitHub. So this way, like once the code is like pushed to GitHub, I can just refresh this so that like my code, if my code is like pushed successfully, then it should be visible on my GitHub account. So yes, like here we can see that in the Heroku deploy demo we are having the code, we are having the readme file, we are having all the stuff. Now I can go back to the Indian dev and I have connected to the GitHub. For that I just need my like repository name so that I can search. I just need to paste my repository name here. I'll click on search. Okay, so it has found this like repository from my GitHub account. I can simply click on connect. So it is showing that we are connected to the like this particular repository, and here from here I can like enable the automatic deploy. So automatic deploy is again enabled. Now just what I need to do is I can simply go to the project and like make some of the changes so that we can identify if the automatic deployment is working or not. For that, what I can do is I can simply go to my routes, and in the routes file, till now like I'm having this the Indian dev, I can write from Heroku. And what I need to do is I can again do git add. Now I can add a commit, and the commit message can be maybe hello Heroku, whatever you want to add as a commit message. Now I just need to push my code, git push, and once it's done, we can go back to the Heroku, and we can definitely see in the we can definitely see on the dashboard overview that like we haven't called any of the Heroku method, but the build started just because of the trigger that Heroku find from the commit on this particular repository. So once we committed to this main branch, and if I refresh, the second commit should be there, like the count should be updated to 2, and this way like the Heroku will build our application. So once it's done, it will show it as here. Till now it is loading because maybe it is building. So yes, boom guys, here you can see that you have achieved the automatic deployment from your GitHub repository. So once you are done with this setup, then you need not to worry about any kind of deployment issues from like Heroku and or from GitHub. Once you are done with the code, you just need to push your code, and Heroku will automatically deploy your code onto the servers, and you can definitely access from your own. And all the deployment steps for Heroku deploy demo, you can find it on the GitHub repository of this, like that I have uploaded to my GitHub account. So that is a public URL, so you can simply go to this particular URL and you can find out all the steps related to Heroku setups or the GitHub automated build setup steps. So yes, you guys can take the reference from this repository as well. Make sure to start this repository so that it can be useful for others as well. So yes, this was a exciting video and exciting thing to do as a developer, because we developer like mostly just into the code, so deployment is pretty easy with Heroku. So yes, like try this by your own, and if you're guys having any confusion, you can connect to me on Instagram, or you can simply comment out the things onto the video. And if you guys learned something from this video and you liked this video, then please make sure to hit the like button so that I can get motivated from your likes or the comments. So yes, and make sure to subscribe to the Indian Dev. Thank you for watching this video guys. Thank you very much.